Welcome to the Game Winner Pod here on episode 8. A lot of exciting new stuff we want to talk about today. How you feeling, bro?
Doing good, bro. How about you?
We've been good, been good. Like I said, we got NBA, we got NFL. Playoffs are set for the NFL. Some exciting stuff been going on for the NBA. So we want to talk about some things today. Should be a good show.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it.
Good. So we're gonna start off with NBA. Marquee matchup, OKC versus Celtics. They faced off. Um, I watched that game from start to finish, basically. As I know you did as well. What was your takeaways from this game? You know what I'm saying? OKC got a big win. Celtics was kind of up the whole game, but OKC kind of came back and took the lead and evidently won. What did you think about it for real? Like, what did you see from it?
Um, what I took away from it was OKC is the best team in the league. For me personally, I already thought that. Um, but seeing what Shea did, uh, seeing how he played, and the way he took over the game, yeah, he's the truth. Even though we already knew this, it was just the fact of the matter is like you during the game, the Celtics looked like it was pulling away with it, and then the Thunder buckled down, played good team defense, gave the ball to Shea in moments, and they came back, ended up coming back. That step back three on Drew Holiday was insane.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he was going crazy. Um, what really stood out for real though, even though OKC won, Jaylen Brown had 21. Was it 21 or 19 in the first half and ended
21.
the
Yeah,
21 in the first half
21.
and ended the game with 21.
Hmm.
Then score it all in the second half. Like if they really trying to be like the teams they had to beat, not saying they had to beat the Thunder, but for them to play against teams like that, good teams like that, and to try to win another championship, they can't have games where he's getting 21 in the first half and don't score it all in the second.
Right.
You
Right.
can't do that. Like he's one of the good players on the team. So that's
Yeah.
what my takeaway. What was your takeaway?
Yeah, kind of similar to yours, like just the way the Thunder was able to just clamp up on defense because like they was down most of that whole game. I think they was down by like 10 going into half or something like that. So the way they just kind of came out and just I think they held Boston. Matter of fact, let me look it up real quick.
The 92, oh, come on, how many points?
Nah, no, they held them 92, but in the third and fourth quarter, they held them to 15 and 12 points in the third and fourth quarter. They held them to 15 and then 12. So it's like that's defense right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that they was able to hold probably the best team, the best offense in the league with Porzingis. Like Porzingis was there, everyone was there, everyone was playing. So for them to just hold them like that, and you got Shaq give you 33 and 11, everyone kind of pitched in. Lou Dort was cold as ice from three. Like he was like 0 for 7.
Hmm.
He come back, he had like four clutch ones, three clutch ones, something like that. Um, Just the way they play, bro. Like the way they play is just like they play great team basketball. They play for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Right.
play for each other, and like it shows. My whole thing is just again like I just gotta see it come playoff time. 'Cause I still feel like they kind of young, and I still feel like like that Bucks game kind of like stained me a little bit. So I want to see them in like a moment where like it's like I want to see them in the West Finals or the NBA Finals where they can really like put that team to the test where it's like, all right, like it's now or never. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they never really been in that for real. You know what I'm saying? They win these regular season games, yeah, but like what's gonna happen come playoff time? Like I know Shea gonna be around, but I don't know about the rest of them. And yes, they doing this without Chet, and when he come back, it's gonna be even worse. Like they gonna be even more scarier. But like I said, I just gotta see it. I do think Shea's the MVP of the league right now. They're on a 15-game win streak. He's the MVP of the league for sure.
Yeah, facts. I mean, valid.
Gotta
Yeah,
be. Gotta
valid.
be.
Definitely MVP right now. He got my vote. Yeah, I just like the way they playing. 15-game win streak is insane. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna lie. And
And
they could really just keep winning too.
we're gonna see how he play versus the Cavs too.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, we got to. Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
be a good game.
yeah. Um, so let's fast forward to the Suns, a team that we thought would be really good, but kind of been struggling this year. Bradley Beal has been benched along with Nurkic. Nurkic also been benched as well, but Bradley Beal, he's been benched. Um, had a great game last game. I think he had like 25 points off the bench.
Mhm.
But I'm not gonna say I was shocked, but I was shocked. He's a great player, all-star, all NBA guy. Still very, very good to me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he fit with the Suns, but now that we're seeing it more, I don't know. Like I'm on the fence now. But the benching was a little shocking. What about you? Like what'd you take from that benching and what do you see going forward?
The way the type of player Bradley Beal is, like we seen him average 30 with the Wizards. Like I want to say deep down, I want to say I'm shocked, but I'm not really. Just for the fact that he's the third option on that team, and he's been too inconsistent for ever since he got there. Like I'm sorry, even though you're the third option, you need to be averaging more than 18 points a game. Like I feel
But
like
he the
now
third option though.
he's the third option, but my thing is like you still can't average 20. Like we got third options that are still averaging 20 for their team. Like
I mean,
he can still at least
that's
average 20.
rare.
It's Bradley Beal. Okay, but
That's rare,
it's
bro.
rare. It's rare. But it's also like we're losing these games. We're trying to figure out what is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we're looking for some like what can we do to help switch it up? What can we do to help get this team going? Like they shouldn't be 16 and 18 with Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Nurkic, and KD all on the same team. And they got good pieces around them. Ryan Dunn.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
like they
like
got
him.
good pieces around them. The good defense. And it's like
Mhm.
you already have KD scoring, you got Devin Booker scoring. I feel like Bradley Beal, okay, 18 a game, I can understand, but you still can't be inconsistent. Like there's games where he had three, there's games he had 9 points. Like that's not like you have to. I feel like they're just trying to figure out ways to try to get a spark going, and for him to come and he came off the bench and had 25. I'm not saying they need to keep getting him off the bench, but it's like I think they're trying to say like, hey, like we need you to step it up. Like this is just for something for be like, yeah, you need to step it up, bro. Like you could be gone soon.
Um, for me, I'm watching ESPN today, and Brian Windhorst said that the Suns actually do want to move him. They want to trade him away. And this just goes to show you, like, just because you have three dominant scorers doesn't mean you're gonna go to the championship. Like, it's a team. I actually feel like Ryan Dunn, the rookie, fits better with Durant and Booker because he doesn't need the ball. Bradley Beal's someone who needs the ball, and so you got that. So you already need the ball in your hands for one, and then two, you're not all that good defensive. Like, at least Ryan Dunn will take the best player. It's why I feel like the Jimmy Butler situation. I feel like if Butler was there, I would have him going to Super Bowl. I said Super Bowl to the finals because to the finals because like they don't really have that player that's going to do the dirty work, take the best player. You know what I'm saying? Get on the glass. That's not Durant. That's not Booker. You know what I'm saying? Nurkic gonna get on the glass, but like he's just I don't know. I don't know why they bench Nurkic for one, but you could just tell like something's off. Like with a team with that much talent, they shouldn't be 16 and 18 or 15 and 18, whatever it is. Like if the playoffs started tomorrow, they'd be out, I believe, right? Or maybe the plan.
Like think the plan or something.
Something like that. But a team like that should not be 16 and 18. Know what I'm saying? With all that
Yep.
talent. But my thing is like, all right, yeah, Bradley Beal, like, okay, he's been inconsistent at sometimes, but he's always been the guy. He's always been the number one guy or number two guy. And now he's going to number three role, and he's playing with two guys that aren't really playmakers like that. Like they can play make, but their first instinct is to score. So it's like, okay, Book, it's your turn. And okay, Durant, it's your turn. Okay, now Brad, you get all leftovers. Like you feel me what I'm saying? Like it's not that's why they be losing. Like the ball sticks too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I low-key feel like any team with Durant on it is not gonna win because yeah, he gonna give you 30 on like 50%, 40, 90 shooting splits, but he not really gonna affect the game to win a lot. Like him and Golden State was the perfect situation because they had playmakers and they shared the ball. With Durant, now it's like, and Booker, especially Booker, it's like the ball just sticks.
Yeah,
It's not a lot of ball movement. You know what I'm saying? Like it's your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. And that can get you to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna win you nothing though. And like I said, they got bounced in the first round. They got swept. So I mean, I think they need to move Bill. I think Ryan Dunn fits better with them. He's a better defender. He's gonna take the best player. I don't think Bill fits with the Suns like that. I think it was like an experiment. They tried to go for it. It didn't work. I think they need to just blow that up. Like ship Bill off. However they feel about Nurkic, I don't know, but ship him off also. We'll take him in LA. Ship him off also. You feel what I'm saying? So
exactly.
yeah, like that whole situation was just weird to me though.
I mean, yeah, you're just valid points. I agree with you. One thing I will say is like I also feel like you're an NBA player. You're a third string. I mean, you're a third option. You
Yeah.
still gotta be efficient on your shots. Like the shot selections you get, like the shot opportunities you get. I feel like you still need to be efficient with them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you're still getting paid millions of dollars. Like regardless or not, like you're not getting if you might not be getting the ball as much, or if you getting the ball as many times as you did that game, you still got to be like 3 points. And he took about probably a good amount of shots. Like I'm just saying, like it shouldn't be to the point where he's that inconsistent. This is still
Yeah.
Bradley Beal we're talking about. You're still an NBA player. You're still one of the good players. Like you still, it shouldn't be that way. That's all I
And
gotta
I
say.
think like when you look at his numbers though, 18, 4, and 3 on 48%. So his numbers ain't even bad, but like that just goes to show you like you gotta watch the games. Because if you looked at stats, you would think, oh, he's fine. Nah, they're
Yeah,
losing.
exactly.
They're
Yeah,
losing. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're gonna talk more about that. I think he'll be gone by the trade deadline, but we'll see what happens in times to come. Let's fast forward though. Kawhi Leonard back for the Clippers. Uh, long overdue. He's been out the whole season. Just made his debut a couple days ago. Got a great win over Atlanta. Played the Timberwolves. Lost. He looked rusty. He still looked rusty. Um, 2 games back. But what do you think from him? Um, second game, man. Third game. We're gonna see what he do. What do you think the Clippers are gonna be moving forward with Kawhi?
it's I don't know. It's kind of I don't think they're gonna be not no championship team. I mean, Kawhi still got an impact to where I feel like Kawhi still could probably get an impact to where he made the team a little bit better, but they only could go off how healthy he is while playing. Like these past 2 games, I mean, he on many restrictions. I think he had like 8 1 game, 12 1 game. Um, but yeah, I think they only gonna go as far as how healthy he is. I want to see Kawhi get back to like that dominant Kawhi he does in the playoffs or like he does regularly to where you know that you know how Kawhi get. So
Yeah.
I want to see that type of player again, help, you know, make the team better with James Harden and them. It's just like it's too many injuries been happening. It's hard to really rely on him just for the fact of the matter of that. Like you don't know when the knee gonna swell up again. It could be at the wrong time. It's like he's still a good player at the end of the day, but he's unreliable. So it's like I have to see how more games go in. Hopefully he stay healthy, but I still personally I don't see them as no championship team though. Like with him coming back, it doesn't make them no championship team. It could be a playoff team and they're a playoff team without him, I think. But with him still, no, they're not no championship team.
For me, bro, so I get you. Like I get you. But my thing is like I look around the league, especially in the Western Conference. Like the Western Conference, like it's normally like tough. It is tough. But I look around the conference, I'm like, who can't they beat? With Kawhi at his best, with James Harden playing like this, Norman Powell playing with Norman Powell been playing, Derrick Jones Jr. playing defense, you got Chris Dunn, Porter off the bench, Zubac's playing great. You know, Ty Lue's a great coach. Like I'm looking around the league, I'm like, who can't they beat when Kawhi's at his best? Like I think about it, I'm like, all right, so you got OKC. Okay, I think OKC will get them. I do. But they're young and inexperienced. I think they can beat Houston. They can beat Memphis. I mean, I think they can like first off, we talk about Kawhi not being healthy. Ja, when's Ja ever healthy? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like Denver, I think took a step back. They're still great, but I think they took a step back. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers, I mean, there's that. I mean, there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, you
We
never
can
know with
lose.
them either.
Yeah, we can beat the best team. We can lose to the worst team. Like, then you got Dallas with no Luca, and he'll come back. But Kawhi Leonard versus Luca in the playoffs, he tends to win those battles. Like Kawhi's the reason Luca hasn't only got far in the playoffs twice in his career.
Right.
Because the other times he played Kawhi and lost in the first round. You got Golden State. I think they can beat Golden State. You don't got to worry about Klay Thompson no more. So you got Steph. You know what I'm saying? They got defenders like Minnesota. I think Minnesota actually got worse by trading away Cat. I mean, I like Julius, but it's like I don't think Julius is Cat. I think that was a mistake on Minnesota's part. At first, I thought it wasn't, but now that I'm seeing it, I don't know. Although Julius is playing good though. You got the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, who can't they beat at their best? I know OKC 30-5, but it's like, bro, like they young, and I'm sorry, I just gotta see it. That Bucks game stained my mind. It stained it. Like I just gotta see it. Like so, I mean, I don't know, but this is all predicated on if Kawhi's healthy. You know what I'm saying? He looked good his first game back. Then he played the Timberwolves and didn't look as good, but that's expected. I mean, he's been out for what, a year
Yeah,
almost.
basically.
He's missed what, three of the last 5 seasons,
Hmm.
like full seasons. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't played a full playoff game. Not my fault. Hasn't played a full playoff series since like
2 or
2021.
something, right? 21.
Yeah, he was out 22. So
Last year. Yeah.
hasn't
Yeah.
played a full playoff series since 2021. Like, so we gonna see. I thought the Clippers would take a step back, like a real step back. Like I thought the Clippers would be out the playoffs right now, but they are shocking me. Not shocking. Yeah, they shocking. They're shocked because they winning. They winning. So I don't know. I feel like we just gonna have to really see as more time comes. I think they can hang with anyone. I'm not saying they're gonna win the championship, but I think they can hang with anybody.
Yeah, like that's all like facts. That's all I just wanted to all I had to that's the same thing basically. Like it was just Kawhi. Like it's really off Kawhi.
Yeah.
As long as Kawhi stay healthy, he's playing good, and he
Mhm.
gets to the postseason, he's doing the same thing, then maybe everything, you know what I'm saying? You never know. Because we know how Kawhi get in the postseason. So
Right.
it just depends on how healthy he is. But let's talk about Jimmy Butler though. His,
Type.
his yeah, the
Type.
suspension. How you feel about that?
Yes. Shoot. Uh, I don't think he should have been suspended. I don't think. I mean, I get why they suspended him because you're under contract, bro. You can't just be saying whatever you want to say like that. Now I get it. Like he got the right to feel how he feel, and I kind of understand his point because it's like, all right, he doesn't want to be there no more. Like he just don't. You're not extending him that he wanted. Pat Riley goes and outs him basically, right? To me, that was unfair. This is a guy that got you to the finals twice in 4 years in the Eastern Conference Finals, another one of them years, and it went game 7. Like you did all that. Like no one thought the Heat when they got Butler in 2020 was gonna be in the finals more times than the Bucks, more times than the um Sixers when they got Harden and Beal or when they got Maxey, whatever. Um, no one thought it was gonna be in the finals more times. Oh, my fault. Just as many times as the Boston Celtics. They both got there twice. Like no one thought that. So the fact, and there was a playing team one of them years where they got to the finals last year or 2 years ago. I was last year.
Oh, when he got to the finals?
Yeah,
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah. So it's like you have overachieved with him. It was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was year before last.
Yeah. Say, so I'm like, bro, you have overachieved with him. Like, no one thought this. So it's like for you to go and out him like that, because I personally feel like that's when all this started. I feel like this tension started this past summer when Pat Riley said all that stuff, and then it just kind of trickled into okay, we're not gonna extend him no more, and like you feel me. So I think they should trade him. I don't think he was wrong to feel how he feels, but I feel like he feels disrespected, and I agree with that because I think he is being disrespected. But for one, you say you're not going to trade him because you don't like the value of the around the league of like what you're going to get back for him. Like Bradley Beal, the Suns are trying to get Bradley Beal. Like, here we go.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah.
All
I
right,
would
you
say
good
like
now.
the Suns are trying to get Bradley Beal like out of there. They're trying to get him to Miami. Miami don't want Bradley Beal. That's why that trade ain't happened yet. And like everything else that's been going on, like you know what I'm saying? Like they not trying to trade him for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't like what they're getting back. So I think he'll probably stay this whole season and then he'll just be a free agent and walk for nothing. But I don't know, bro. What you think? Because it's weird to me. It's weird.
Yeah, first 7 games is insane. I can understand suspension, maybe a couple games, 1 to 2, but 7 games. But like you said, you can't really go on. You really can't go to the media and start saying, I don't want to be here." But you're getting paid. You're getting
Yeah.
paid. Like you can't do that. And I understand Pat Riley saying that they're not going to extend him. They're not going to extend the money he want to get. So I want to leave myself. But you still can't just, as a professional. You can't go out there, not first of all, I don't know if he's playing for real or not because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? He could have his own takes. But for to me, it look like you're not playing for real. Second, then you're gonna come out and say, I'm not enjoying basketball here. I really don't want to play here. For now, for me, for the front office for Miami, they need to hurry up and get him out of there. I feel like it's only gonna get worse. You think he come back from suspension, he's gonna play better? He don't want to be there. I mean,
No.
that's also a team. That's a team thing. Like you got people around the team knowing that he don't want to play there. Everybody know he don't want to play there. How's that going to look for the chemistry? Now you get to now look now you just messing up everything for the team. It's like a spiral effect. So I feel like I just feel like the suspension was crazy. 7 games was actually crazy. Maybe 1 to 2, but it still is like you at this point you need to let him go. Yeah, like you said though, they might not do nothing until the end of the year and let him walk for nothing. But it's just like, what's the point? Like, it's not going, the situation is not getting no better. Once you verbally say out loud to everybody that you don't want to be there, and he also said not enjoying basketball. Like, this is an NBA player saying, I'm not enjoying basketball where I'm at right now. When the most of the time have you ever heard that? It's
Never. I
time for,
never
it's
heard
like,
that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's making good money, and everything else, and he's claiming he don't want to be there. He don't want to play there. It's
He's in
time, like,
South Beach.
in South
He
Beach.
in
Like, he already
South
said, like,
Beach.
he said it's cool for him staying there.
Yeah.
But the plan, like he just don't want to be on. And I understand because you got Tyler Hero emerging, Bam, and all them. So I mean, giving them a chance. So I mean, I think they need to let him go. And if they don't,
Man.
I mean,
Man, them Tyler Hero and them boys ain't gonna do nothing without Butler, bro. You gotta stop that. They
they're
not
not gonna do
doing.
nothing without him. But they're not gonna do nothing
Nah.
with him. Like we already like I already said like he don't play for in the regular season anyway, regardless of this situation or not. I'm already used to it because he don't average at least 20 during the regular season as it is. So it's like he gets to the playoffs, and then last year he gets to the playoffs, he took a step back. So it's kind of hard. Like
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I feel like he probably played his last game as a Heat. I think they are gonna trade him. I do. I think they would be smart to trade him, if I'm being real, because like, bro, once you go and say, I lost my joy and like I want my joy back, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like you go start saying stuff like that, bro, it's like you can't come back in this locker room. You
yeah, like
can't.
come on.
Like how can like you basically told your teammates you don't enjoy playing with them. Like when you in that locker room, that's a brotherhood. And for the fact that like you come out and you say stuff like that, like as a teammate, I'm like, he don't want to be here no more. So like why keep him? You
But
might as well,
exactly,
you feel me?
like we going to practice every day. We in these games, and he don't want to play with us. How you think that made me feel? All right,
Exactly.
then I don't want to be. hustling for him. I don't want to be playing defense for him. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, assistant when I know he don't want to be here. He just here just cause. They ain't doing nothing for me.
You basically holding him versus against his will at this point.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like even when he do it, like that's why it'll be weird for them not to let him go because if he do come back, do you think the thing is gonna change? And then you suspended him. So do you really think it's gonna change?
It's not. It's not. I mean, I could see him being a professional, just playing out the rest of the season, but that would be dumb because why would you let him just do that and then walk for nothing? You might as well get some value. Like your team ain't bad without him. You still got guys. You might as well get some guys in return for him so that way you can continue making the playoffs and stuff. Now you may not win nothing, but you still gonna be competitive. You
Right,
let him
exactly.
walk for nothing. I'm telling you right now, bro. If they let him walk for nothing, they're a playing team. I mean, there was a playing team with them, but they're a real playing team. Like they was a playing team that should have been in the playoffs, but they wasn't in the playoffs. Here, without him, they may get bounced in the play-in now.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah. And they probably will, because even if he on the team with them, it ain't gonna matter. But let's get into the NFL though. How you feel about that Vikings and Lions game?
Vikings, Lions, NFL now. Shocked. I've been coming on here talking about that Lions defensive scheme and Justin Jefferson, all this stuff. And they got smacked up. They got smacked up. 31-9 score.
31-9. 31-9.
Um, when I was watching TV, they were saying like, all right, they feel like the Vikings tried to play the Lions game. They tried to go for it on fourth down too much and all this and that. Um, I think it was kind of odd though that like as bad as the Vikings played, they could have went into halftime with the lead. It could have been 12-10 instead of 6-10. I feel like that would have forced the Lions not play differently, but like I feel like they would have they would I feel like the Vikings would have came out with a different mindset. You go into a mindset with 6 points and we only scored 6 points versus going to a mindset, okay, we only scored 12, but we win it. I feel like it's a different mindset when you know you up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So the fact they really couldn't score for real, and the defense was just getting gashed, Jameer Gibbs, like I don't think the Vikings are. I know it's just one game, bro, but the Lions got players back. Anzalone then came back. I think Terry Arnold gonna be fine. David Montgomery gonna be back for the second round. Um, I just feel like the Vikings. I don't really. I gotta see it. Like the Vikings lost to the Rams in the regular season. I think that's the
Yeah, they
first
did.
round match. That's the first round matchup now.
Right.
Them two. So we
Right.
gotta see if they get past them. But the Lions should be the favorite. I think the Eagles got something to say about that, but it was a shocking game for me. I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was shocked too. I didn't expect it to be a blowout. I thought it was gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
Um, I Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all. I definitely feel like they should have went for them field goals, be up 12-10
Hmm.
at halftime. That would have given you a little momentum. Like you said, like, okay, we up. So let's go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Like, like at least take our points. Stop trying to go for it every time. Like you don't get the first time. All right, we need to just go ahead and kick some field goals. It's obvious, like there's obvious in the red zone, like they're locking up. They know our scheme, so let's go ahead and just get points on the board. And the Vikings weren't trying to do that. They was trying to go back and forth. Um, and then the second half, it was just the Lions just flipped the switch. Like they knew the weaknesses. They kept giving the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored every last touchdown for them. The only person that scored was Jahmyr Gibbs for them by himself. That shocked me. With that type of Vikings defense, yeah, that shocked me. That shocked me. Yeah, for I'm
Yeah.
saying I personally feel like the Vikings. I want to see them go back. I want to see them play them again. At least to
Hmm.
go to the NFC Championship. If they have to play them before then. I
Yeah.
still it's just the Lions is too good. Like I thought the Lions was gonna take a little step back for the fact of the injuries. Not saying it was gonna be a good team, but I just thought the Vikings were gonna get them and they proved me wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. The way it's setting up, depending on how much you believe in Minnesota, if you got them winning the first round, it it, it could shake up where the Vikings may play the Eagles because I actually personally I feel like the Commanders can beat the Buccaneers. Now that's our next topic, the playoff standings. Um, when I go to them real quick. So the one seed plays the lowest remaining seed. And we look at the NFC, you got Lions 1, Philly 2, Bucks 3, Rams 4, Minnesota 5, Commanders 6, Green Bay 7. So Green Bay going to go to Philly. I think I got Philly winning that. Commanders at Buccaneers, though, I think the Commanders can get them. They played the first game of the season when Jaden was, you know, still technically in a college mindset for real, and they won. But I think this is a different Commanders team now. So I think they can beat Tampa. That'll make Washington go to Detroit. Now, depending on how you feel about that Rams and Minnesota matchup, because Rams did beat them the first time, I think Minnesota will get them this time. So then Minnesota will go to Philly, right? Um,
Mhm.
so what I'm saying? You could see that right there, but in the AFC, you got KC. They got the bye, so Buffalo's gonna play the Broncos. We're gonna play the Ravens. Pittsburgh gonna play the Ravens, and then LA, Houston. So my question to you, bro, is what matchup are you looking forward to seeing the most? What matchup?
Out out of all of them,
Yeah, let's do out of all of them from both conferences. Like what's your top two matchups for AFC and then one for the NFC?
I really want to see that Commanders Buccaneers game because Buccaneers did beat them by 17 first game of the season. And like you said, Jayden Daniels might have been in that college mindset first game of the NFL season. You never know. He needs some time. So I think that's gonna be a good game. I like to see the Commanders win that. Um not I mean just for the fact that matters, I mean Jayden Daniels is a good player. Like I don't know. It's just something about him. Like he's been clutch this year. He's been good for him as a rookie, so I like to see that. And then on the AFC side, um really might be
Yeah, think
Texans
about it.
Chargers.
Yeah, think about
Um,
it.
huh?
Yeah, you gotta think about it.
Yeah, because it's like maybe y'all versus Ravens, just because it's a division matchup, and you never like you know what I'm saying. That I feel like that can go both ways. Like I know y'all been on a losing streak and y'all haven't been playing good the past couple games, but it's like y'all playing the Ravens. Y'all usually beat the Ravens. Like Lamar Jackson usually don't do good against y'all. So I like to see. Not saying I want y'all to lose, but I want to see how Lamar Jackson goes like how he plays with that.
Yeah,
Like because in the playoffs, sometimes he don't ever get shit done.
right.
So I like to see how he plays against y'all. I want to see how y'all do. I think that game right there would be a good matchup.
Yeah. I'm with you with the Steelers game. And anyone who watches the show knows I'm a Steelers fan. Um, Lamar's 2-4 against us, I think. Then he got
Hmm.
more turnovers and touchdowns. Um, Last time we played them, they beat us 34-17. Now, I will say this. I feel like, for one, we didn't come ready to play that game. I put that on Mike. I put that on coaching. But that was his first great game against us in a while. Like I said, he typically don't play well against us.
Right.
And as far as the Ravens go, like we normally beat them more than they beat us. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I actually think Pittsburgh is gonna upset the Ravens in that wild card round. I think we're built to beat them. Um, and again, bro, like in that game, we had some injuries. Like I think let me go back and look. Like I said, we didn't have Pickens. Now I know he kind of pissed me off the other day, but we ain't have Pickens. We did not have Deshaun Elliott. He went out there, one of our best safeties. Yeah. I think that was the game Joey Porter got hurt. You know what I'm saying? No Larry Ogunjobi. We was missing guys this game. You know what I'm saying? Like we was missing guys. So, and then again, the game was still close. Like you think about it, Russ, he scrambles like 30 yards, fumbles at the 3 yard line. We would have scored that drive. He don't fumble.
Right.
Okay. We pick off Lamar Jackson in their red zone, took points off their board. One of his only four picks on the year. You pick them off, bam. and then he turns around and throws it right back to him, but for six. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, if he clean up them turnovers, even with no Pickens and no Deshaun Elliott and them boys, we could have still won that game. Like that
Yeah.
score is lopsided, but
I gave him 14 points.
yeah, we gave him 14 points. You know what I'm saying? So that's a matchup I'm looking for. I think we can beat them. And then for the NFC, you say Commanders, Buccaneers. I'm actually gonna say uh Packers, Philly, because I know the Packers have shown that they really can't beat the upper echelon teams of the NFC, but I think that can be a great matchup. I do. It was a great matchup first game of the season. Uh 29-34. They haven't played since then. So we're gonna see what's happening there. And also Jalen Hurts still in concussion protocol. It's been a while now. But the Packers did lose Christian Watson. So I like that matchup the best. Um, but I think one thing is for certain in both these playoffs for both conferences. The Chiefs and Lions more than likely gonna be in the AFC and NFC championship game. Both of
Yeah, facts. I mean,
them. Yeah,
I agree with you on that. That's what it's looking like.
yeah. That's what it's looking like. Bill, but okay, speaking of NFL, we talked about the playoffs. So let's talk about someone who did not make the playoffs, Super Bowl champion, all pro, Pro Bowler, Tyreek Hill. Um, the Chiefs are the one seed. They won back-to-back Super Bowls since Tyreek Hill's left. But he's been individually great. All Pro one last year, I think, when Tua was healthy, had a great year. I think he set 2,000 yards and came just close to it, like he was just short of it. Um, I like Mike McDaniel in that offense. They got a great offense, but Tua's injury prone and didn't really play that much this year. He didn't get 1,000 yards receiving this year. Um, Neither did Waddle. Waddle was also hurt. Dolphins are eliminated. This is the first time Tyreek Hill has been out the playoffs in his whole career. He has always been in the playoffs his whole career. And this is the first time he's gonna miss it. Some comments he said in the interview, he basically publicly, openly said, "I'm out. He don't want to be back here next year." Um, Kind of like Jimmy Butler. Like these players are just kind of openly expressing how they feel. They don't care who's around or who hears it now. And I kind of like that because it kind of gives me like a certain sense of realness, like you just being real. I can respect that. Whether I disagree with it or not, I can respect it. So what was your thoughts on Tyreek Hill in them comments? Um, because I get his frustration, but time and place for everything. What was your take on those?
Well, what you said about you like how they're expressing themselves like that, I agree with you because it shows how in the day, like they're still human. Like they still got passion, they still got, you know what I'm saying? They still got emotions. Like
Yeah,
I can understand where he's coming from. I Even though ever since he got there, they've been making the playoffs. I just feel like he's getting fed up with how Tua's been hurt. The Dolphins got a team to where they should have won. They really got a team where they should have probably made it to the Super Bowl, or if not AFC Championship one year. They got Jalen Ramsey, they got all these good players.
yep.
Waddle, the H is starting to emerge. As much people want to talk about Tua, when Tua is actually playing good, he's playing good. Yeah, we know he don't play good against the best teams, which I mean that's a different, and that's another thing to it. I think Tyreek Hill is starting to realize like he can't, as the type of player he is, coming in as number one player in the league
Yeah.
and not even getting to 1,000 yards. The lowest he had for like a cup, like ever since he first came in the league. Um, yeah, I understand. Like, if you think you the best and you're not playing like the best, you're gonna try to figure out ways to why. And it's not his fault. He's only a receiver. He's one of the best receivers. He's fast. I mean, he's getting open. It's just when you got Tua getting hurt and you got Huntley coming in the game, they ain't doing nothing for you. And
Skylar
then
Thompson.
yeah, Skylar Thompson, like there was no point for him to even play. So it's like
Mhm.
I understand where you're coming from. I personally feel like the Dolphins, if he's real serious about it, because they said they're gonna talk to him, they're gonna talk to him about it the next couple of days. If he's real serious about leaving, then they need to get him out of there. Just for the fact the type of player he is. Like he's 30 something,
Yeah.
he's 30, I think. He's getting towards in his career. Not necessarily, but I remember one time he said he won't try to play past 30 a lot. So it's like they gotta get him to a team where they can actually fit him in and actually win. Like I think that it's that time because he's too good of a talent to keep not make the playoffs or not to get the accolades he should get.
Right. And to piggyback off you, bro, like he's still elite. Like I know he
Yeah.
had a down year this year, but if you had to ask me what were my like top five, top three wideouts, Tyreek Hill is going to be in that top three.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll probably say Jettas. I'll probably say yeah, Jettas, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase. You know what I'm saying? Like so. I mean, you really can't base a position like that off of numbers because it's dependent on the quarterback. If you playing with a piss poor quarterback, you're gonna get piss poor numbers. It's not
Right.
his fault. You know what I'm saying? So I get you. And they do I agree with you that like they do need to move him because yeah, he don't need to be there. I think what was going on was he was trying to like give Tua confidence. He was trying to big up Tua to make him think he was this. But I feel like deep down Tyreek knew that Tua won't pat. He tried to compare Tua to Pat, saying he was the most accurate quarterback in the league. He all this, he all that. And I mean, it looked good because he had the best year of his career one year, one of them years. But like, Tua not Pat. He nowhere near Pat. Ain't no one Pat. Pat is Pat. I hate to
Yeah.
say it, but Pat
No,
is
yeah,
Pat.
Pat is definitely Pat. And we seen that this year.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. I think when he had back-to-back 1,700 yard seasons, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's with Tua.
That's a
Now,
Tua.
that's with Tua. It's just I think he's realizing Tua is just, even though he has some type of season, people was trying to win. Like he was definitely hyping up Tua, how he was this good quarterback and all. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not saying Tua's bad. It's just in certain situations when it comes to certain times, he's not stepping up. And
No.
you can't have that when you have a receiver that good. Like you gotta get him to a point where, first of all, he shouldn't have left the Chiefs anyway. We're going.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
He
into all
shouldn't
that, but he
know.
should never left. But
Mm.
he needs to go back to where he needs to go to a team where they can utilize him to the point like he is now. Not even like now, but like they utilize him and the quarterback is good to where you know you can win some games.
I, and 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 one point I want to make and get your thoughts on, like I've told you this off the air before, but I feel like that Miami Dolphins offense would be much better if they had a quarterback like Herbert or a quarterback like, you know what I'm saying? A quarterback where they just had the arm talent. Because no, people would like to say Tua can't throw that far or he'll underthrow you, whatever. I feel like if they had a different quarterback in that offense, they'd be a lot better. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
'Cause I
sure.
just don't feel like Tua's good enough to win the Super Bowl unless he's behind a team like the Niners, where everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. The run game is perfect. All of that. Defense is great. And they can lift Tua up to a Super Bowl. But I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're asking Tua to be the driving force to it, he's not that.
And
You
he
know what I'm
also
saying?
get hurt too much.
We get her way too much. Like, he'd be scaring us. Like, I'd be thinking, like, he didn't offed himself a couple
Yeah,
times.
exactly. Like too many concussions, just too many. He's injury prone, and nobody wants to. As good as he might be, you don't want to play with somebody like that.
Yeah.
You're never going to get to where you're never going to get to that place that you want to get, the Super Bowl
Yeah.
playoff games if he's like that.
Right. So we're gonna conclude today's show with the Super Bowl picks. So we're not gonna get into the NBA picks today, just for time's sake. But so Super Bowl picks. So now the playoffs are set. Um, I know the easy choice is probably gonna be the Chiefs. Who we got making Super, who we got winning. But I'm actually gonna go with the Bills. I think this can be the year that Josh Allen can actually finally. He beat him in regular season, but it's just more of a different vibe now. Like I feel like when they got rid of Diggs, the weight of okay, I gotta get this guy the ball, make him happy. That little monkey got off his back. I got the Bills going, and winning.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, I still got the Chiefs.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's a good choice. That's a great choice.
I mean,
That's a
no,
great choice.
no discredit to the Bills, but it's just the Chiefs. Like I've seen the Chiefs underdogs twice, 2 years in a row,
Yeah,
and still won it.
yeah,
Like there's no way they should have been there the year before last. I understand last year, but year before last was insane against the Eagles. Um, this year. even though the Bills got a good team and they did beat them early in the season,
Um,
I still feel like the Chiefs is still one of them teams where it's like everything just everything just gonna start clicking. Like when the playoffs come, you know how they get. Like it don't
yeah,
matter who they playing, no matter what's going on, they always find a way to win games. So I just
clockwork, like
yeah,
clockwork.
like clockwork. Like it's like easy to him. Like Travis Kelce getting open like always. Even though he might not get open all the time, usually during like there's a season he was like one of the worst seasons he had. Watch. He ended up playing in the playoffs 100, maybe 100 yards. Open out of
Mhm,
nowhere. I don't like and
mhm.
he got Hollywood Brown back. It's just and that defense is good. It's just I don't really see the Bills really beating them. It would be crazy if they do, but how many times did the Bills play the Chiefs in the playoffs? Like what, three times?
Yeah, they lost all three.
Lost all three. Now I ain't gonna lie, if it's a sweep, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We
I
got to
mean,
talk
I
about.
mean, think about it. The Lions or Eagles may be our only hope. Yeah,
I
the
don't even
Chiefs.
think they got the
I
Lions.
I think the Lions, if they was healthy on defense, bro, they
Even if
not
they
healthy
was
on
healthy,
defense.
this is Pat Mahomes. That Eagles team should have beat them that year. They had a good defense, and Pat Mahomes did
Yes.
his thing. Last year, 49ers defense was good. He still did his thing.
I think this year gonna be different. I think
We
this
say
year
this
gonna
every
be
year about the Chiefs, and they still find a way to win. I don't know. If they win this one, I will hate. I want nobody to. I don't want nobody to doubt them ever again.
Nah, I'm sorry. Burrow not in the playoffs. If he was in the playoffs,
Now we can talk about it. The only person I feel like, the only team I feel like that can probably beat the Chiefs is the Bengals, just because of Joe Burrow. The
yeah,
only person.
yeah,
Did you see on social media it was like Burrowhead?
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
they were saying that a couple years ago because they have beat them three straight times in a row. So and then they had the AFC Championship game where they went back since when they went back to Kansas City, but Kansas City ended up winning that game. Pissed me off. I
Yeah.
was mad for a couple of days. But nah, but that was a great show, bro. What do you think of it?
No, it was good. I mean, yeah,
That
it's
was
always
good.
yeah.
I say, to the ones that be viewing out there, like I said, we doing this every week, and as we get more and more in depth and in tune, we're gonna post some more days as we get more in tune with it. We're gonna try to start having guests on the show, as well. Stay tuned for that. But until then, stay tuned for the next video. We appreciate you guys. See y'all again.
See y'all later. Y'all be safe.